Since I assumed office, and this is without going back to the president, I looked at the aviation sector. We took a quick look at the system and said, first of all, we need to introduce performance management. We need to get people accountable for what they do. So we introduced performance management system in FAN. We changed all the airport managers across the airport. We launched a web portal that tracks real-time performance of airlines in terms of timing. If you go to the aviationportal.com, you will see how airlines perform every day, how many flights were delayed, how many were not done, and you can rank the airlines, and you can from there make your choice. Which airline am I going to use at which time belt of the day that keeps to their schedule? That alone has significantly increased the airlines' timing, because they know that the public is watching, everybody is watching. So we believe that we're going to use this period of downturn to turn around the fortunes of Nigeria's aviation, to make Nigeria to be a regional hub for aviation, and to make sure that the flow-through processes that are aligned with aviation, cargo handling, fresh farm produce, export of goods from Nigeria, because now export is looking good. At 200 naira to the dollar, Nigerians would like to earn the dollar. And with oil revenues going down, we think that we can provide a hub of activities that will lead to an export market of perishable goods and of high quality goods. So the president is driving real, tangible reforms in the aviation sector. And part of those reforms, we've updated the NCAA law. We have given them the independence they require. We have trained manpower. We are installing airfield lighting in 13 airports across the country. It's currently going on. We're also upgrading our automated landing equipment. We're upgrading them. And significantly, we're training the staff to make sure that Nigerian aviation has 24 hours function. So the transformation agenda is a real agenda. It is not a wish list. It is not something that we're planning to do. It is something we have done. And in all the sectors where I have worked, we've delivered real value, attested to by third parties. What I consider the unifying principle of the Jonathan administration is what I call Access Nigeria, creating access, making sure that people have access to education, making sure that people have access to transport infrastructure, making sure that people have access to IT infrastructure. And it is significant because what most people focus on, and when we say the number of roads we have had, the number of universities opened, I said that is not the message. The message is the number of people that now have access to those infrastructure. Today in Nigeria, in the past 4 years, we've added 4 new airports in the northern part of the country. Dutse came on board, Bauchi came on board, Kebbi State came on board, and then you're asking yourself, what has that done for Nigeria? It has put every Nigerian within 2 hours of a transport node of an airport. So again, it is not in the number of airports that has been built, it is the access that has been created. That is the unifying principle of the Jonathan administration. What is at stake today as we go into the elections for Nigerians to vote is, do we want a democracy by Democrats, or do we want a democracy by a father figure who whips all of us into line, who tells us what to do, who determines who gets what? That is not democracy. And I believe that the democracy we are going to have with President Jonathan, Nigerians need to move forward. And Nigeria moving forward will mean that from President Jonathan, we should go to people who are more democratically inclined by instincts, not by affirmation, not by changing their clothes. There are people who are Democrats because they have grown up in a culture of democracy, in a culture of interaction, in a culture of openness, in a culture of transparency. And I believe that that is the Nigeria of our dream. That is the Nigeria that all young Nigerians should vote for. That is the Nigeria that every person in Nigeria who wants the future of Nigeria to be assured, that is the Nigeria we should support.